Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome in. What's up, fellas? Happy Friday. Are we excited for the weekend? Is the
Yes.
question.
It's going to be cold here now.
Yeah. What's the temperature today? I know you warmed up yesterday. Did you go outside and bask out in the sun like a?
Oh my God. I spent all day practically outside yesterday.
Nice.
So yes. I don't know. For some reason, my my computer thinks I am in Quintana Roo.
Nice.
So I am not able. Hold on. I think it's going to work here now. 61 degrees right now.
Cool.
It's going to be 67, but it's not going to be so warm over the weekend. And for some reason, my wife has elected to use the entire day tomorrow to do our taxes.
Good.
So, yeah, and our taxes are complicated because we have lots and lots and lots of schedules that we have to file with our tax return. So it takes all day.
Yeah, it does. And them Schedule C's that's crazy. Yep, but this is the life of a content creator and travel agent and business owner and the things that are all business related.
Indeed. Oh, and on top of that, I have a client who said, that they want their flights bundled with their Royal Caribbean cruise. And at the last minute, after I sent them all the quotes, they said, "Oh, wait, we need another airport now." So I had to do that again today too.
So you're like a AAA type of a travel agent, that all inclusive.
I try to be as accommodating as possible to my clients within reason.
Correct. Eddie, how is the weather up where you are? I know we were talking about rain earlier in your show. What's going on with the weather today?
Well, apparently it's going to be raining here later today. It is 61 right now. Kind of sulky, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Mostly cloudy. It is very dark outside. No sun in sight. Cloudy. So when Alice opened the door to leave, I just felt a little cool breeze. Nothing exciting. So it might be a rough evening here later today. So we'll see. We'll see how the weekend develops.
Yeah, I was watching the radar this morning, and we got some nastiness headed up from down by Corpus our way, and then there's another weather system meeting kind of right there in Houston. So I know Houston is going to get slammed today. If you are coming in for the Jubilee or any cruise ships in Galveston, get you an early start today because you're going to meet up with some weather, possibly some TxDOT roadway closures in Houston. It's going to be a big fat mess headed this way, but I know you're going to have an amazing cruise for sure if you're cruising out of Galveston, because cruising is where it is at. Good morning and welcome to the cruise discussion. I am Jeremy. Up top is Scott and Eddie. Welcome into Go Live Together. We are your morning team for everything cruise and travel related. Good morning, hashtag team replay. Thank you guys so much for coming in and enjoying the show. I know that we enjoy having you. If you are here for that reason, please indicate in the comments section by typing in the word replay. But for those of you that are here right now, good morning. And TGIF Traveling with Tinkerbell has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Okay, I saw the dance last night. Funny.
Yeah?
Even Keith was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And then he did it. And I was like,
yeah. That'll work. And she says, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. 22 days until cruise day. And we got a donation of ferries. I know she's ready to fly up out of here.
I'm 1 day behind her.
And let's see. Next up in the chat is Yo, Eddie Lugo Studios. Good morning. Viva la raza! And, I was looking at that menu that you sent us yesterday, and for that restaurant, And I'm reading through and just salivating, man. I'm like, that stuff looks good. Ooh, black beans and cheese and that
Yeah.
roast pork. That roast pork, because my diet is changing. So now I just get to look at menus. I can look at food. I just can't indulge as much as I used to. And I have not had fried food ever since they told me, about myself. So I'm
Good.
pretty proud. I'm pretty proud of me. I am. I'm good. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. Good morning.
Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
And Mike, unfortunately, none of us are a part of that, Carnival Paradise General Cruise group. I know that we're a part of the Secret Booze Cruise 2.0 for the Paradise, but none of us get to see that post that you're trying to share. So if you could like screenshot it or whatever, I know we would appreciate that because
after 10, no now.
Yeah, none of us click on it at all.
Yeah.
Good morning, Armani Webster, and cruising is fun anytime. She's playing a double role in the chat this morning. Hello.
Good morning,
Texas.
That's right, baby.
She wants to be free today.
Hey, babe. Yeah, she's enjoying her her union negotiated day off today, but you can catch her later on in the After Dark show.
Hey, didn't I hear her ask for an extra day? Like, didn't she say something about wanting Mondays and Fridays off?
No, she wanted to swap. She wanted to swap Friday for Monday. And I told her Monday is our cream of the crop day. Everybody wants to know what the team did over the weekend. So we pretty much, that's
Denied.
That, yes, that was the end result of that. And snap, cruising on the high seas and travel has made it in. Good morning.
good morning.
And let's see, everybody is speaking to each other. Tinkerbell came in on the, yes, how is Rihanna doing? Let us know how she's feeling. And let's see, I am scrolling. Hey, Controversial Cruising has made it in. Good morning.
What's up?
Shauna Mock has made it in. Hello and welcome into the show. We appreciate your visit for sure. Kathy Mills, good morning. Happy Friday.
Good morning.
Morning.
And let's see. Oh, snap. Here we go. Superstars in the house. Elizabeth.
Hey, babe.
Yep. Yeah, everybody's wondering where Cheryl is today. It's a mystery.
Friday.
It's a mystery. Ahoy there, Captain Billy J. Travels has made it in. What's up?
Who lets him in?
Who, Captain?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's tall enough to see over everybody, so we'll have to see what's going on with that. Bone Tire Travelers, hey, what's up, guys?
I get the feeling someone is watching us.
Oh, I haven't heard that. That
I
sounds.
know. I haven't got to play that in a long time.
Oh wow! Is the button moving down the real estate?
The button is all the way down at the next to last spot.
Yeah,
right between.
Oh, okay. That'll work. Just don't hit the "Hey Babe" button on that one.
That's up.
Okay. Cruising with Keith. Good morning.
What's up?
Okay. Cruising on the high season travel already answered Scott's question of the day. No, I would not store my luggage on a balcony. And that is the question of the day. Would you store your luggage out there on the balcony? And that is a really good question because Scott and I had a discussion about it the other day. We'll get back into it later on in the show. But Rob says it might blow away. Then you really be messed up just carrying trash bags off the ship. It's like, yeah, my luggage blew away. Oh my God, that would be messy. Hate to get banned by doing something like that. Okay. Yes. Columbia is going to be great. Hope you and Elizabeth enjoy your day. Columbia is that's that restaurant that Tinkerbell told us about down in Tampa. And I was looking at that menu. Oh my goodness. And no, there was not butter toast on the menu, Captain Billy J, but there was some good looking Cuban food.
No, I think she's talking about Cartagena.
Oh, Cartagena. Oh.
Yes, because she was just in Cartagena, and that's one of our stops.
Mhm.
So I think that's what she's talking about.
Cruising with Calandra has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Canadian Family Live. Okay, Tiffany, here's the deal. My diet is changing. I have to be on a low-fat diet. And just let us know what is in the crock pot today. How are you guys staying warm? That way I can vicariously eat and live through you. That's what I want to do today. Stephanie Gray, good morning.
Good morning.
And it says, good morning. Hi, everyone from Canarsie, Brooklyn.
Yeah. Canarsie, yeah.
Canarsie? I said it right.
Yes, you said it right.
No banana. Boom.
Yo, check that out.
Yeah.
Brooklyn in the house, baby.
Brooklyn in the house. That's right. Cruising is fun anytime, says mean union rep. Arr. That's right.
Yep. Come on, lovable teddy bear.
Embarkation Nation has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
What's up?
Oh, here we go.
And
Cruising on the High Season Travel says Elizabeth, turn down the heat on Scott. Too cold.
Nope, it's at 77 degrees.
That's your niche right there, man.
That's where I'm good. I'm good if it's higher, but that's where I'm good.
Okay. And Captain Billy J says, I'm taller than two Eddies standing on top of each other. Oh, that'll work. And Controversial Cruising has a programming update. He says, I'll be hosting the match game tonight for Carnival Cruise Addicts and Cruise Life TV at 8 p.m. Eastern. Come on by.
I'm going to be on Orange Con Block tonight at 8 myself.
Oh, Snap Midlife Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Hey, Midlife.
Good morning.
And our friends from H-Town, Pier Runners, have made it into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, okay. Embarkation Nation says, LOL, I can guarantee mine would not blow away. Hashtag overpacker. And yes, if you are overpacker, we would love to hear about it. Let us know in the chat by typing in the word hashtag overpacker. Kathy Bill says, I need that horn sound in my life. Do the horns on Royal Caribbean sound the same as Carnival? Princess playing the Love Boat is my favorite. And
I to be honest with you, I never really paid that much attention to it. So I don't have the answer. So
okay. Well, I know that I've heard both, and I know that Royal, all that money that they're asking for these cruises, their horn could really sound a little more less depressing, if you will. Carnivals is just like this bright, I mean, it's just really prominent. The only like one that brings you joy that I've heard naturally is Disney, because they played the little Disney.
They play all the songs, right? Yeah.
But Carnivals is very loud, it's very boisterous. But I have heard Royal's horn, and it needs work. It needs help. It sounds like the cruise ship is just dying. It does. Here we go. Cruising with Keith says, I had me, my wife, and my mother in a balcony room. I took the chair they had in the room and left it on the balcony the entire cruise. It was in the way. Oh, that'll work. Oh, and yes, Columbia Restaurant is amazing. You're going to love it. And it does come with Cuban butter toast. Hang on. We got to put this up on the screen here. Yes, that's for you, Scott. Right there. And I lost my chat here.
Yes, the spelling. The restaurant is Colombia with an U.
Yeah.
Colombia is the country. That's where things get a little confusing.
Oh, okay. Well, here Pier Runner says baby spinach, just like Popeye ate it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I do need some spinach, but I mean, I would rather eat it raw. You know, just put it on my salad and do it like that. Get all the nutrients that is due me, because cooked, it turns into something that I don't like. Oh, Cruz McKee says, I'm about to put my AC on this weekend. Hello? Yes, get that filter changed before you do it. And yes, it does.
My AC is not coming on before July.
That'll work. And Stephanie says, Carnacy, exit 13. What you know about that, Eddie?
That's on the Bell Parkway.
Okay. Well, Brooklyn really is here in the house, man.
I'm on auto exit 5.
Oh, wow. Okay. Here is a weather update coming from upstairs in the Scott Casa. I had to open the office window because it was 78 in here.
He's blowing away the heat.
Yep. That's where the heat's going, out the window. I know that's right.
So sometimes you can tell that Eddie misses Brooklyn.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like he does a good job of saying, oh, you know what? I'm down here where it doesn't snow anymore. I'm good. But you can tell he misses the neighborhoods and the food and the people
and the trains,
sounds and the life.
And every time he gets pizza, I know that for sure. Or a bagel. Yeah. Hashtag overpacker with controversial cruising.
Besides, my grandkids still live there, so
yeah. And we got a weather update coming from our friends from the north. It is 34 degrees here with a high of 55 and mostly cloudy. That'll work. And Pier Runners has a new hashtag here in the chat, underpacker. I know that's right. Cruising on the high seas and travel says way overpacker. Yep.
That's me. I'm a way overpacker.
The wife too. Check it out. Elizabeth says overpacker for sure.
You have to tell me twice.
Yes. And okay, Kathy Mills says, is there room for others to join you at the Columbia Restaurant pre-Paradise?
Yes, Kathy Mills, you will be there.
Yes, you are invited and welcome.
I just need to make sure that they're open on Sunday, because that's the day that we're coming in, is Sunday. And we just got to make sure it's open, and then maybe we'll we might make a reservation.
We need reservations.
We need reservations.
And think of it, was going to take care of it once we get closer to it. So don't worry.
Okay, solid. Well, you can count us in for 3. Tinkerbell. You can count us in for 3. And let me see. Yep. Boom. Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, cruising is fun anytime. Overpacking.
Yeah, but like some of her items that she's packed are actually packed within the suitcase, right? Like they're in their own plastic packing, right? And then the plastic gets put into the suitcase, right? So it's kind of like packed inside packed.
Yes. It's a lot of bags. And those Temu bags, they really come in handy in the middle of the cruise. You'll open up a new outfit or whatever, and then you could save it because it's a Ziploc, and you could put other things in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Temu bags really come in handy. They do. We keep them all. Captain Billy J has an update from Brooklyn here. Eddie misses the sewer rats, and they're bigger than Eddie.
How does he know? He's never been there.
Now, good morning.
Over at the train.
Yep. Cruising on the high seas and travel has a question. How many bags is too much for a 7-day cruise?
2 is too much.
I always have 2. I always have a big normal, carry-on size. So, but I'm mostly flying for my cruises. I've been leaving from the Northeast a lot more lately, but that is not typical. I'm usually flying for it.
Yep. And Captain Billy J has been to Brooklyn twice, so that'll work. And okay, so we are all caught up in the chat today, and
he meant a bar in Florida called Brooklyn.
Okay, well that'll work. We have a visitor in town today.
There she is.
Yes. And we had some medical crews earlier here today. It looks like they are all gone. They're probably on the way to UTMB. I hope whatever and whoever was going through is good. There's somebody running across the bridge right now. Oh, wow. Okay, so if you are sailing away on the Prima, you should already be in town. And we are waking up to 70 degrees with 95% humidity and cloudy.
And more fog.
And more fog. Yeah, the sea fog started coming in yesterday around 4 p.m.
Yeah.
It was crazy. If you are sailing away on this beautiful vessel, today, your sail away forecast is as follows. It is going to be 73 degrees with 91% humidity, only 2-mile-an-hour winds, and scattered thunderstorms. So it will be raining today here in Galveston. But then again, that might change. So where are the rest of the ships today? The Breeze, the Dream, the Jubilee, and the Disney Magic are all at sea, including the Voyager of the Seas as well. And then we got the Prima here, and the Regal Princess and Harmony are both going to be in Cozumel, Mexico today. So I know they're excited about that. We love Cozumel, especially Paradise Beach. That is our targeted place to go whenever we visit Cozumel because we've been
I've never been there.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know, there is a report coming in from the archives of Scott in Paradise Beach, and here goes.
That gets that when I see that, just that moment look on Eddie's face, like I got him.
Yeah,
I got you, homeboy. I got you.
That was YouTube gold right there, man. I'm telling you.
Every time I see it, the only thing that pops into my brain is there's the moment.
Yep.
There's the moment when he knew he had me.
I like the push it up version better. I do. Yep. Push it up. Push it up. Okay. And here we go. Cruising is fun anytime says, I have 2 bags no matter how many days.
2?
Right. Yep. That is truth.
That's
right?
what I'm talking about, Tinker. That's what I'm saying. He makes that face for just a moment, but but if you know it, then you know that's the moment.
You know that you got a good video.
He already had it all laid down in his mind.
Yep. Well, we thank the talent for definitely jumping on screen and doing that. And let's see, before the chats get out of control, it is Friday, and I'm going to go ahead and skip this segment ahead of Jeremy Goes Bananas because I see that the top 2 contenders they're in it. And I'm telling you, this today, your mind is about to be blown. So get ready. Here we go. The top chatters of the week are as follows. Coming in at number 10, we got the Bud Files. Number 9, Sea Leg Journeys. Number 8, It's a Cruise Life. Number 7, Leonard Family Fun. Number 6, Jennifer from Embarkation Nation. Number 5, Antoinette at Fun. Number 4, Cruise Nuts. Number 3, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. Number 2, getting bumped down to number 2, Cruising on the High Seas and Travel. And blowing everybody out of the water this week is none other than our good friend, Traveling with Tinkerbell.
Wow.
Yes. Congratulations. Oh, man, congratulations. I know that we're all excited about that. And I saw the chats going out of control. So I'm like, yeah, we got to put a lid on this one because I saw the results yesterday and I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. Well, that'll work. Eddie was more likely thinking about WFT. Maybe WTF was probably what was intended to be typed here, but we will move on with the show. Nope, Rob did not get it this week. Jackie did. So we congratulate her. It is a hard, you got to be a super chatty person to beat Rob. I'm telling you, man, you got to be like an ultimate chatter. But yeah, good job. Absolutely. And speaking of the segment of the show, it is now time for and we are going all the way back today. Welcome to Jeremy Goes Bananas, the segment of the show where I attempt to read what happened on this day in history. And we're looking at Friday, March 15th. And today in 44 BCE, Roman dictator Julius Caesar was launching a series of political and social reforms when he was assassinated this day, the Ides of March, by a group of nobles, among whom were Cassius and Brutus. So I know that was
back really good.
okay. And in 1614, Franciscus Sylvius, whose studies helped shift medical emphasis from mystical speculation to a rational application of the laws of physics, was born in Hanau, Germany. Or Hanau, Germany.
Bananas.
Yes. In 1767, military hero and 7th U.S. President Andrew Jackson, who was the first president to come from the west of the Appalachians and the first to gain office by a direct appeal to the mass of voters, was born. In 1781, American revolutionaries won a strategic victory over the British at the Battle of Guilford Courthouse in North Carolina. In 1875, Pope Pius IX appointed John McCloskey the first American cardinal of the Roman Catholic Church. In 1917, during the first phase of the Russian Revolution, Tsar Nicholas II was forced to abdicate, thus ending the rule of the Romanov dynasty. In 1964, following a highly publicized affair, American actress Elizabeth Taylor wed British actor Richard Burton in Montreal. They divorced in 1974 and briefly remarried 1975 to 1976. In 1965, after a week of civil rights march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama was halted due to violent opposition. U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson delivered his "We Shall Overcome" speech, in which he introduced voting rights legislation that was passed later that year. In 1972, The Godfather, an epic drama about organized crime, premiered to universal acclaim. The Academy Award-winning film was directed by Francis Ford Coppola, and starred Al Pacino and Marlon Brando. In 1990, the Congress of People's Deputies of the USSR elected Mikhail Gorbachev to the newly created post of President of the Soviet Union. In 2003, Hu Jintao succeeded Jiang Zemin as the President of China. In 2011, anti-government protests were held in several cities across Syria, considered the beginning of the country's civil war. It says county. I don't know if they have counties in Syria. In 2019, more than 1.5 million students participated in climate change protests around the world as part of Fridays for Future, a movement started by Swedish environmental activist Greta Thunberg. And that will do it for Jeremy Goes Bananas. Oh, wow. Yeah. Congratulations to Jackie. That is for sure. What was the spread from 1 to 2? I believe it was 25 to 30 chats. That was the chat spread.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Globies Travels has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning.
Beauty Bosby Jamie. Good morning. Welcome back. And okay, yes, only 2 bananas. There we go. It was a 2 banana event.
Deal.
All righty. Well, we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Scott to bring us the cruise and travel industry news.
Wrong one.
Morning cruise news with
And iguanas.
Oops. Hit the wrong button.
Mm.
Cruise passengers go missing in the British Virgin Islands. I was just there. Cruise ships are generally considered one of the safest forms of travel, and incidences of passengers and crew going missing or falling overboard are rare. According to the Maritime Injury Guide, only around 400 people have gone missing from cruise ships in the past 2 decades, which is quite low. However, 3 passengers were sailing on Norwegian Sky there and went missing during a port of call in Tortola, BVI. Their absence was noticed when they did not return to the ship at the end of the day. The missing passengers include 2 women and a man. All 3 missing persons are citizens of Colombia, but it is unclear how they are related or if they were traveling together. So as of the time of the publication, it's also unknown if the 3 passengers missed the ship on purpose or if something happened to them. Local authorities are asking anyone who may know their whereabouts to contact the Department of Immigration. Generally, the British Virgin Islands are considered to be safe, especially during the daytime. According to the UK government, levels of crime are low, but there have been some incidences. The sentiment is also echoed by the government of Canada, who say the risk of traveling to the British Virgin Islands is low. When the missing guests did not return at the all aboard time, which was 2:15 p.m. local time, which would be, I guess, the same time here now, but prior to daylight savings time would have been an hour ahead of Eastern. And it was actually quite common for cruise ships to leave tardy passengers behind. It's typically the responsibility of the cruisers to make sure that they return on time. Unless guests are taking part of an excursion that is booked through the cruise line, then the cruise ship will wait. It may sound cruel, but cruise lines have a responsibility to passengers who do return, although this next part, I believe, is really the issue. And additionally, the longer the ship stays in port, the more fees the cruise line incurs. In the case of the Norwegian Sky, the ship needed to return to La Romana, the Dominican Republic, where the Sun-class ship has been operating a series of cruise sailings to the Caribbean, Curacao, Aruba, and Barbados. So very interesting. I saw this actual story on ABC World News. It is quite unusual for something like that to happen. I hope there's some follow-ups and we get some clarity on it, because I am quite curious myself. So moving on, fast-growing Texas cruise port aims to smooth traffic flow. So it says here, while the glamour of cruising always gets the spotlight, the behind-the-scenes activity at major ports of call is a complicated piece of industry, a complicated piece of the industry that most cruisers are happy to ignore. However, port officials continuously look for ways to improve access, traffic flow, provision, delivery, parking, and other key processes. At Galveston Wharves, the location of 3 cruise terminals in the Texas Gulf Coast city, officials are set to expand the use of best practices at the newest cruise terminal, 10, and to its oldest terminals, 25 and 28. In the most recent update from Galveston Wharves director Roger Rees, points to the several big changes the port will be making to Terminal 25 and 28 to implement at Terminal 16, which is under construction and slated to open in late 2025. First, the Cruise Terminal 10 complex, home to Royal Caribbean ships, was designed with on-site parking, which cuts down on traffic on the Harborside Drive, a busy 5-mile stretch of road that connects the port to Interstate 45. You gotta love those Texas service roads. On-site parking enabled cruisers to drop their luggage, then park nearby. That is not the case currently at Terminals 25 and 28, where mainly off-site lots are available. It means that the cruise guests will have to make 2 trips on Harborside Drive, first to drop their luggage off, then again to drive to the parking lot where they will wait for a shuttle to return them to the terminal. Under the new plan, the port will expand its Park and Walk Express lot located adjacent to Terminal 25 and 28, allowing more guests to park on site. The new Terminal 16 will have 2 on-site parking lots. One is a parking garage, and the other is surface parking. The second change coming to the port addresses the problems of cars lining up to drop luggage off or to wait to enter the parking lot for Terminal 25 and 28. At Cruise Terminal 10, multiple lanes are provided inside the complex for these purposes, preventing traffic backups on Harborside Drive. Going forward, more traffic lanes will be added on the access road to the 2 terminals, and a new traffic flow will be implemented. The port will also take aim at managing the presence of provisioning trucks that deliver food and other supplies to the cruise ships on turnaround day. The trucks typically large tractor trailer styles can hinder the traffic flow into the port. One solution port authorities are considering for Terminals 25 and 28 is to direct the trucks to a more remote access road where they would wait their turn to pull up to the terminal for unloading. The Port of Galveston is rapidly growing, and in January of 2024 posted the highest profits in history, with a net income soaring 55.4% over the previous year. The port welcomed 1.49 million cruise arrivals in 23 and is on track to receive 1.6 million in 2024. In 2023, the port, in partnership with Carnival Cruise Lines, made more than $50 million of improvements to Terminal 25 in preparation for the home porting of the line's newest ship, Carnival Jubilee. Earlier this year, it reached an agreement with MSC Cruises to build Terminal 16, which will be home port for the MSC Seascape starting in November of 2025. And I say, as long as MSC doesn't put a star on the front of that ship, I'm fine with it home porting in Galveston.
And that's the way the news goes.
No, they're going to put it right there on the side. That way it can clearly be seen. Yep. ARAR Vlogs has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
Good morning.
Together We Travel has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Leonard Family Fun, we are ever so grateful for you doing this every single day for the show. We really, really appreciate you doing this for us.
Yes, we do.
Yes, it's good to have a teammate, if you will, and that's exactly what you provide for the show. And I know that the viewers and the whole team really appreciate you doing this. She says, good morning. It's National Kansas Day, National Everything You Think Is Wrong Day, National Pears Helene Day. That might be a banana. And National Shoe the World Day. Wow. It's Friday. That's what we can say about that. Najibah Brown, good morning. Hello, welcome in. And yes, the Seascape is coming, and we're going to be on that first sailing smoking out of Galveston. And we invite everybody to come along. I know that they are doing a lot of construction down there. and we will be bringing you that content just as soon as we can break away and get down there. I know that I saw them tearing down like half of a building, but leaving the front there. I'm hoping that that's going to be like the parking garage or whatever, but I don't know. So for some weird reason, they just left the front of the building still standing.
Because it's a facade, and a facade, since they're like a monument of history, they have to keep the front facade of the building.
Yeah, no, it blocks the view as you're coming down Harborside. It blocks the view of 25 and 28 as you leave the Royal Caribbean terminal. And as Scott was reading the story, I'm like, yeah, they got multiple lanes. There's never any backed up traffic at the Royal Caribbean terminal because of the way that they did it. You could just drive straight up to the door, drop your stuff off, park in the parking lot right there, and just go in. You know, they designed that parking lot perfectly. You know, and no matter what day, no matter what cruise day it is, if the Harmony's here or if the, the Allure or whatever, the biggest ships in the world, there's still no traffic. And I love it. It's
the
really
thing that's confusing for me too, and this is probably not their fault. I don't know how it all got started, but when you are putting, like, if you're trying to get an Uber or something, right? There seems to be some confusion in the databases as to whether or not those are Terminal 25 and 28 or Terminal 1 and Terminal 2.
Correct.
And I wish they would try to get that straightened out, especially for somebody like me who felt like he traveled to a new solar system, okay, compared to where I'm normally traveling to cruise. Okay, like it really honestly felt like I was going to Pluto or something like that. I mean, I was so far away from home.
California's different.
And from where I'm normally at to cruise from. And I literally, when I was leaving, there was a guy standing there that worked there, and I just hollered over the fence at him. I was like, "Hey, is this Terminal 28 or 2?" And he was like 28. And I was like, "Okay, thank you." Because we left from 25, but we came back to 28, which was further confusing for me. So,
yep. That is Terminal 1 and 2. It's located at 25th Street and 28th Street. So therefore, it's Pier 25 and 28, but Cruise Terminal 1 and 2. That's where the confusion comes in. The pier numbers follow the street numbers where they dead end at Harborside.
Right.
And if you're following along, the Royal Caribbean terminal is down at 14, Pier 14, but it's still Cruise Terminal, I forget what they call it, 10. And then the 16 naturally is going to be at 16th Street. So we've been riding down there, just riding by, seeing if we could see something, but that big structure is blocking any view from going back there. So I'm going to have to send the bird in the sky and see what's going on.
There you go. There's your option.
Yeah, man. Trains, planes, and automobiles. There we go. That's for you, Scott.
That's definitely what it was that day.
Yes, I know that's right. Okay, so moving on to the question of the day. We've already had some answers, but do or would you store your luggage on the balcony?
Yeah, so like Jeremy had mentioned, he and I had this conversation about it, and to my absolute dismay, I have noticed many times on just Oasis class ships, because they have neighborhood balconies, right? So kind of like an interior balcony, for lack of a better way of putting it. I notice all the time that people have their luggage out on these neighborhood balconies. Obviously you can't look down onto a balcony, an oceanside balcony, especially, from any other part of the ship. So it would be hard to tell whether or not that's happening. But from the neighborhood balconies, you can look down onto, many of them from different parts of the ship, and it never fails. I always see multiple cabins with their luggage out there. And in fact, one time I even saw somebody with an expanded shower curtain rod with their like clothing hanging up out there. I was really shocked to see that one because I was like, I can't imagine the cruise line hasn't told them they needed to take that down. And maybe they did at some point, and I just happened to catch it. So, but yeah, so it really, begged the question, are any of our viewers doing that, or or would you consider that to save space in your closet or under your bed? So
Okay. Eddie?
First of all, I've never been on a balcony. And number two, if I had the chance, I will not put it out there. It's only 2 bags, and Alice either puts them underneath the bed or they fit in a corner. So don't really have the need or the challenge to put anything on the balcony. Besides, I've never been on a balcony, and I don't see myself on a balcony anytime soon either. I like the darkness in the cabin. That's why we go with interior. Maybe we might get an ocean view most of the times, and we cover the sucker as hard as we can. But other than that, it's always been an interior cabin. So no, and I'd rather stay like that because this way I keep bringing less instead of bringing more bags with me. So because one bag for me, one for Alice is more than enough in my view.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The room sizes y'all got, you could bring the whole house and wouldn't nobody ever know.
That's right.
For us, yeah, Eddie got that big suite. The accessible cabins are huge. No matter if you're on the Glory or the Prima, we found that out firsthand by cruising with them. But generally, what I do is I put them under the bed. We have had balcony rooms, and it's hard enough for me to even get around just to sit out there. So I can't imagine having the bags, right there. And plus, there is always a possibility that it could rain. Prior to us getting hard shells, we had the soft bags. So naturally, I wouldn't want to chance my bag getting mildewed out there, because you bring that stuff home with you, and it might make you sick. So that would be my worry of putting it out there, because it's always raining. They're always spraying down the balconies. They have a balcony cleaning day that they always let you know. And that they probably don't care if your bag is out there. They'll just spray it down. So that would not be a good idea to do that, in my opinion.
So here's I live out of my suitcases, so I'm constantly bringing my suitcase in and out for either the closet or underneath the bed, wherever it is that I'm keeping it.
Mm-hmm.
If I was in a neighborhood balcony, which I have never been in, I've only ever been in a neighborhood view. One time we're at a big window that looked out on Central Park, or I've been in an ocean view balcony. I probably, I guess what I want to say is I might do that if I was in a neighborhood balcony. I would never do it in an ocean view balcony, for the very reason is I would have to at some point bring them in, because they do hose those down at least once a sailing.
Right.
And of course rain and stuff like that too. But I think you'd be less likely to experience that issue on a neighborhood balcony.
Right. Good question. And we got some answers coming in. Cruising is fun anytime says no luggage on the balcony. And Tanisha says, nope, haven't and would not store luggage on the balcony. And added on to it, sorry, not sorry. That's tacky. It is, because I was really surprised when I heard Scott say it. I'm like, what? Their luggage is out there?
Yeah, so because I was on, I think the first time I saw it, I was on Oasis out of Bayonne, and I called my wife immediately on a video call, and I was like, look what these people have out on their balcony. And she was like, oh my God, is that their luggage? I was like, yeah. She's like, I've never seen that before. I was like, I haven't seen that before either.
Right.
And then the next time we went on Harmony, she and we saw it ourselves again, and I was like, oh my gosh, look, is there a sign somewhere that says, hey, went on Oasis in a neighborhood balcony, put your luggage out on the balcony? Because now there were more people doing it. And then when she and I were on Wonder of the Seas, we saw it again. So it just seems like it is neighborhood balconies.
And Cruising is Fun says, I hate you live out of your luggage. I need to unpack for you. There's a story. I
Love it.
She may be thinking about my dad. Okay. What my dad does is he uses the couch that's in the stateroom. We got a weird sound coming through. Weird.
Eddie, mute your mic one.
Okay, Eddie, it's on your side.
It's Eddie. It's on your end.
Refresh your browser page and come back in. Okay, so the story behind this, I believe, is my dad. What they do is they use the couch that's in the stateroom and they lay the bags out on the couch and open it. That's it. That's the unpacking that my dad does. We still got that nasty sound coming through, Eddie. Okay.
I don't hear anything over here.
Okay. We just got a little piece of it just now, but you seem to be okay.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how my dad cruises. Is he lives out of a suitcase, literally.
Yes, I mean, listen, that's the best way to do it. Okay, the best way to do it, because then you do not, like, at the end of the cruise, you're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're ready to go.
Close it up and you're good. Yeah, my dad's simple, man.
So when I get on the ship and I go to my cabin, I can drop my bags and I can head on out.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the cruise, I can grab my bags and roll right off the ship.
Right.
So,
Eddie, I think you're still good. Try to do a little talking, and let us know, and let everybody know about this cruise that we got coming up. But first, Mayhem and Miracles has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep. Let us know about this cruise that we got coming up.
October 28, 2024. This year. Yes. This October coming up. This Halloween cruise coming up, where we're going to be celebrating Jerry, Scott's, and Mike from the Cruise Nuts birthday. We're going to be having a good time in Tampa. And then we're going to hop on the Carnival Paradise and go on a 6-day cruise down to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman. We still got a few cabins available on the group. So get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel so you can get your deposit down and get your cabin. This just needs to be paid off by July 31st. So you got plenty of time to get your changing ready and get your packing going and be very ready for it. I see that Ship to Shore Cruise News just came in. His interest set on it. So I hope he meet us in Tampa to go on the cruise. I know Kathy Mills is going and a few others, and we're going to be meeting, having a dinner Sunday night before the cruise, so we could get to know each other and what we're getting ourselves into. So he's going to be talking to his wifey about it, so even better. So hopefully they'll be able to make it. And don't forget, October 28th in Tampa. We're going to be there on the 26th. So come on down. We'll be there Saturday. Sunday night, we're going to get together, have dinner, all of us, to get to know each other, see who we're getting ourselves into. And then Monday, we'll be having a good time and celebrating a lot of stuff. Many activities going on. And like I said, it's a Halloween cruise. And we'll be celebrating birthdays also with these three guys. So come along, get in touch with Bruce, and check out this video.
Lugo Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios. Out of Tampa, Florida. Port of Calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
The union rep is beating me up in the background. What's going on with that, man?
I don't know. Scott's going wild.
Yep. Yeah, Ship to Shore Cruise News. Welcome in. You're never late. You're never late again. We just oh, okay. Well, that'll work. Just starting a new venture and you're working. That'll work.
No, I was narrating the promo video.
Yes.
Booze Cruise
Look like
2.0, hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios out of Tampa, Florida. Porter Calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Like that.
Aboard the Carnival Paradise.
Yep. Oh, I love it. We're gonna miss this video. We really are. And we thank Mike.
No, I got it playing over and over in my head all the time.
It's awesome. I can't wait for our group cruise because I know we're gonna come up with something funky for that one. But let's see. I know that there is no more list available for us, but I know that Eddie pretty much has the schedule memorized. So here goes. Who is coming on for the remainder of the day on YouTube?
Well, of course, at 11 o'clock in the morning will be a moment in the world with Darian. There is a premiere from It's a Cruise Live. Also, Chili Falls will be on at 11 o'clock in the morning. Sometime around noon, Mayhem and Miracles will be live today, like she does every day of the week. Following her will be Roy and Becky's Travels at 1 p.m. this afternoon, followed by the Ray Parade at 2 p.m., which, a bunch of new premieres will be on today at 2 o'clock. So follow that. You can follow some creators going on that stuff. So 7 p.m. tonight will be a premiere by Sea Lake Journeys. Also, Cruising with Keith will be on at 7 p.m. tonight. 8 p.m. tonight will be Peaceful Death and four-man known as Kenny Oaks and Associates Friday Night Live. Also at 8 p.m. will be Orange Con Blog, which I'll be on his panel tonight. At 8:30, Fantastic Cruising might be on tonight. And of course, at 9 p.m., the Stellar Crow and crew of Go Live together after dark tonight at 9 p.m. I'm having a few one too many drinks already. I need some coffee myself. I didn't drink my second cup, so I'm waiting on that. So we'll be on tonight at 9 p.m. and closing the night will be the Down Under Cruises at 10 p.m. Eastern.
That is one good lineup for today. We're closing out the week right around here.
See.
And okay, so in the event that you don't make it to Go Live Together After Dark, we ask that everybody take care of each other out there. It's raining here in the South, so be careful in the event that you are traveling this weekend. All over the South, it's especially Arkansas. Arkansas is getting beat up right now. I saw the weather report, lightning strikes just all over the place. So it's crazy.
There were some tornadoes yesterday in Pennsylvania too, north side of you, Scotty.
Yep.
Yes.
Tornadoes, and yeah, it's getting rough out there. So y'all be careful.
Good morning, Calandra. You're here too. So good morning to you.
Good morning. And let's see. Okay, so yes, if you are sailing out of Galveston, you're going to get wet. Be careful. Houston is going to be backed up with traffic as always, so be careful coming through here and leave now in the event that you are sailing out tomorrow. If you're driving
I just want to let them know that I have a premiere tomorrow night at 7:26 with the Side of the Stroll, and then I have another second of that video on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, where's the Newlywed game that was played on the Prima.
Yeah,
and there's a couple at the beginning that they were slapping some stuff to each other. So,
well, we tried out for the show. We really did. I mean, hey, maybe we could get a little segment of that during the After Dark show tonight, Eddie. If you want to present that, we'd be more than happy to show it. But yeah, until then, turn on your notification bell, as Cruising is Fun Anytime always says. And y'all take care of each other out there. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget, we love you and good morning.
Bye.